Hey everybody, it is Sunday inspiration. Whoop whoop. Okay, so today it's gonna be I'm really excited about this. Like I'm gonna say no. Last week's was kind of So this is what I'm working from. This is a new collage pack that will be available for you to create right along with me. It's 2 pages, and I have some different Affirma on here. This is an old from like 1937 or something paper. I mean, it's just crumbling in my hands. I have it in protective paper, and I scan different pieces of it. These are vintage wallpaper samples. Love. More vintagey stuff in my stash. This is a piece of wax. I did some wax technique. Ooh, ooh. This is, I just kind of sketched out a butterfly. It's a little rough in some spots, but you'll get this so that you have a pattern to use. So this is the collage pack for today, 3/29. I think today's the 29th. So that's what I'm going to be working from, along with this little beauty. I got to be very, very, very careful. Look at that. That's this pattern. And again, when you download the collage packs, you can resize them in your Photoshop, which is so cool. So you can make it whatever size or shape or whatever. Well, the little tails, these little dudes right here, did not make it. But that's okay. It still looks good. And this is I created this from some drywall compound, which is part of my new texture series, which is almost done. It is almost done. I'm so close. I'm so excited. So I have torn up my bits and pieces, and I took this Eiffel Tower here, and I've made a little handy dandy heart, and I'm going to use that right in the middle there, along with the other pieces that I've got. I haven't torn them all up yet. And then I'm also using, remember these? This is way back in the day. This is Memory Makers. Back in the scrapbooking days when I was doing some scrapbooking. Yeah, this is old. It's been in my stash. I'm trying to use stuff in my stash because I have a ton. So instead of actually cutting them out now, I will copy them. And so I've copied this piece and cut it out, and I hit it with a little bit of walnut ink. Love me some walnut ink. And then I'm using these 2 today, I think, somewhere. And these are by Studio K. Oh my gosh, these are really old. I don't even know how long I've had them. So those are the goodies that are going to be going on this little baby today. So I am going to put my papers down with my matte medium, and I'm going to probably, I'm not exactly sure yet exactly where this is going. I have an idea, but I'm going to use my palette knife and scrape on some color. We lay it down so we can take it off so we can put it back on again, right? That's how it works. So I'm going to use my palette knife, and yeah, so let's go. Okay, my loves, this is down and dry, and I just really honestly put it on here, however, whatever, it just was feeling right. Now, I actually cleaned my palette for you guys. For me, that's clean. So, over here, in this whatever I smush of stuff I got going on, I have mixed a couple of things because I'm looking for just a super light green that kind of complements. I want it really soft. So I took bright aqua green from Liquitex, and I took Sailing Sky. It's just a cheapo Craft Smart paint, and then just plain old titanium white. And I also put a little bit of matte medium in it. I didn't put my glaze because I don't want it super transparent. I want it to be a little thicker, but this gives me a little bit more spreadability. So that's what this concoction is over here. And then I've got some just plain old white, titanium white. And then I'm definitely probably going to add a little bit of quinacridone magenta. And the reason that I'm using the golden versus something else is because I just want a tiny bit. And this is really fluid. And so it will spread very softly and kind of be transparent. And that's what I want, because I don't want it to be super bold. I want this kind of aged and muted. And of course I'll probably be doing a wash over it. So I'm just going to now haphazardly, ooh, you know what, I don't want that one yet. I'm going to go with my white first, and then without drying it, I'm going to go back in with the green. And I'm doing that because I want the colors to mix just a little bit. Because that white is again going to soften it up a little. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright, I got my bits of color. I just love, you know, when you put your background down, you sometimes don't always see absolutely everything, but the pieces that peek through, oh, I love. That's what gives it that character. So I've got some umber. It is burnt umber, and now I've got my glazing medium, and I'm gonna get. My brushes are dirty and nerdy. Holy cow. Alright. Mix this together, and then I'm going to brush it on, wipe it off. If you've taken any of my videos, you know the drill. Alright, so this is dry, and I want to tell you too that when you do your glazing, you have all the control. So every time you go to a new clean space on your rag or whatever, it gives you cleaner marks. So you have the control. And so like I've left some darker areas only because I like that inconsistency. It looks more natural, more organic to me, and that's beautimous to me. So I'm going to set this aside for just a sec, and I want to talk about this beautiful little butterfly. Okay, now this is one of the techniques in my texture play video series that's happening right now. I'm just now getting the final touches. I'm launching April 8th, I believe. So, but anyway, I've got this extra umber here, and I'm adding quite a bit of glaze to this because I want it to be super-duper translucent. Is that a word? Super-duper? Anyway, I've got quite a mess over here, but I want to get the right consistency. So this is actually very fragile. I mean, you can I made it a little thin. Probably should have made it a little bit thicker, but this is what we got. So I am now, with my glaze and my umber, just going to give her some aging. She's missing a few antennas. She's missing the bottom part. That's just, you know what? Isn't that life? Sometimes I feel like we're missing parts some days. Alright, so I'm going to give her a wash of this umber and get all around the edges Get all the parts. Oh yeah. It's gonna be yummy. And I'm not gonna go back over with a rag on her because she's pretty delicate. And in the collage pack for today, I've included the pattern. You don't have to do the drywall. You can wait for the video series and take it, or you can do it yourself, or you can cut it out of paper, which is cool too. So, oh yeah. Oh! It's okay. This is okay. We're gonna be okay. Some days I feel like I've lost a wing, right? When you're trying to fly. Okay. She's going to be okay because we're going to put her down with matte medium and it's all going to be fine. You just watch. Alright, so I'm finishing up all of this. I'm going to let her dry very carefully and then come back and start putting this all down. Okay, she survived. She's good. She's down with matte medium. And I'm loving the texture. Love. Now, so normally I shade, and I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it a little differently today. Normally I would use a pastel, and I'll probably go back in again with some umber pastel or black pastel, but because this is three-dimensional, I won't be able to get into the crevices and the grooves and stuff. So I have a dry bristle brush. Bristle brushes are great for washes and just getting in there. It gives some texture. And I'm using just plain umber, straight from the tube. Nothing special is added. I'm going to dab on and dab off. And then I'm going to rub ever so gently because I think she's sometimes a little fragile little butterfly. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just gonna head around the edges, get it a good dry brush, get the shadowing going. You see that happening? We're on the home stretch. I'm loving, loving, loving. So I've got this little from Memory Makers. It says, expedition, a voyage or a journey for the purpose of exploring or battle, trekking, facing unforeseeable circumstances. And isn't that just life some days, my friends? Oh my goodness. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to stamp out on her the word for today, which is soar. We are soaring. We are on an expedition. We are moving. We're moving forward. We're growing. So I'm going to stamp that out, come back with my pastel and my charcoal pencil, do some additional aging. Then I'm probably going to come back in. I have in my head a Tim Holtz stencil that adds just a little bit more texture. And then I think we're almost done. So that's where we're going next.